I'm trying to do more for the soul, way less for the bread. Yes, sir. I take pack to the lung, kill the stress to the head. I see the things that they do way less than they say. Cause it's a war on the real, baby, look outside. A war on the real, baby, look out. Cause it's a war on the real, baby, look outside. A war on the real, baby, look out. Cause it's a war on the real, baby, look outside. A war on the real, baby, look out. Welcome once again to another episode of Lily Fire Live. Another episode, of course, you know who Lily Fire is. She's my giggly wife. But this is the first time we're doing it this way, and I'm just overjoyed. Well, she's pretty relaxed, and she is not going to be on the camera right now, but she's right over here next to me. So if I cut my mic off or I cut your mic off, you could hear it through. But we have a topic that we were discussing, actually a video that I put out a little while ago about how there's this hotel that's not allowing Black people to go to the beach that is part of the hotel. And I guess the argument can be made that it's a private beach, but come on now, if they allow other people on, you know, you can't do that. And many people have asked me in the comment section and actually texted me and said, hey man, is this fake news? Give us the name of the hotel. Well, I'm going to find that out for you. I'm going to do my research and I'll come back with something else with a little more detail. But, you know, you see these things online and, you know, it's kind of confirmed, but the super details I don't have. So I'm going to just state it out that way. But Mrs. SCURV had some, or rather Queen Lily Fire, Lily Vegan, whichever manifestation she is. When she's in the kitchen cooking, she's a Lily Vegan or out in the yard with her favorite plants. And my new name for her is the Plant Lady, okay? So anyway, I got to keep my face toward the camera, but we're having a conversation. Speak to me in the beginning, and we're going to talk on other things also, but just let me know how you feel about the video that you saw of them not letting in Black people into this particular hotel in Jamaica. How could that happen?
First, I want to say greetings to my brothers and sisters out there, and I hope you all are doing well wherever you are, wherever you find yourself this day, this beautiful day, whether you are in the U.S., the UK, Canada, or the Caribbean, or the motherland, wherever you are. It's different time zone and, you know, different places. So I hope you all are doing well, you know, and taking care of yourself. But I heard about the video. I think, when did I hear somebody talking about the video? I think it was Friday. I heard somebody talking about the video. Then
Oh, you actually heard about it before?
Yeah,
before I found it.
Yeah, I heard somebody was talking about it. But I know about, they have a lot of places in Jamaica, like the beaches that were private and all that stuff. And Jamaicans have to pay to go on the beach and all this stuff. Come on. We know what is going on in Jamaica, and we know that the whole country is already sold out. So, you know, by listening to this video that the person have made, and saying about they're gonna like chase them out of there up to Maroon Town or in the mountains, they're not gonna chase y'all anywhere. What they are trying to do is trying to kill off all the Jamaicans. There's so much murder in Jamaica, it's not even funny. And I already been talking about this for years, that someone is paying these people to kill off all these people in Jamaica, because the government already sell out the country. People is not standing up for them rights, and people, a lot of people, when you were talking certain things, they would have comment to say like, no go so whatever, blah blah blah. I'm trying to remember, a couple of years ago I was saying something about what's going on in Jamaica, and somebody was making comment and saying that it's not true. First of all, that person, a lot of these things that I was talking about, this person wasn't even born then, you know, but a lot of these young people don't know what's been happening in Jamaica, and they're not following things, because a lot of the young people, them and other people too, because you have people who in the 40s and 50s who are still following behind bullcrap shit. They're not doing anything. And right now we have to stop relying on the government to do anything for us. We have to be our own government.
Indeed.
We have to do things for ourselves. If it's a street to clean, we got to clean the street ourselves. We got to keep our surrounding clean, our environment, you know, so we have to do these things. But what I'm saying, we already know that the old place is sold out to these people and they want to take over the place. They want to take over the old place. It's not about them running you into the mountains or them running you up in cockpit country because they want to take that place anyway. The Chinese, they want to buy out up there, take it out. The government want to sell it or try to sell it behind these people. These people, the government don't have nothing to really to do with cockpit country. So why would you want to go in there and sell it out? So they ain't gonna run you all out anyway. They want to just kill you all off and chase you out the country, because if they have private beach and they have all these white people in there and they don't want to know to come there because you're black, what does that tell you? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's time for us to stop this bullshitting and get up off our ass and do what we need to do, because the people them not
you can come over here in front of the camera,
people
but anyway, go ahead.
the people them not gonna stop the bullshit what they're doing. We don't have a criminal prime minister, and I don't really care because I am going to say it because he's a criminal. The things that he has been doing is worse than anybody that I see that so-called people that run the country. The only one that I see was really doing something and trying to help the young people and put things into place for them to go to trade school and learn something so they not pick up gun in them and do all the bullshit that they're doing right now. It was Michael Manley sending the children them to trade school. They take everything out of the school, them no more trade, no nothing. Our children, they don't want to learn nothing. We don't have no more carpenters, good carpenters. We don't have no good shoemaker. We don't have no one that make good furniture. That when I was in Jamaica growing up, people there, these men are in the country. You see them make a bed or a dresser and stuff is something to look at, better than anything in the store. Now all of those things are gone. You understand? What are we?
But that's by design, though.
Yeah, but what do we expect our this generation and the generation that's coming behind to do? You understand? When you take away everything from them, people have to get up in Jamaica and realize what is happening to their people. Them people are paying your own brother and sister to kill you, to draw closer to where you're living at your neighborhood so they can get to know you, for come gun you down and your family, and you don't even see that. Look here, you have to take the law now and do what you have to do, because the police them now do nothing, the government now do nothing, because they them put the people them to kill you off. Now you not see that. Even if not dead for hungry, the government don't care. The government don't care about housing, phone or anything. You can't live on the street or whatever. They talk things out of their mouth when they want to vote for them. And that's why I blame the people too, because jump up and down and run, go vote for them and put them in place. And when they start doing the bullshit, start cussing and carrying on and whatever, which doesn't make no sense, because we don't need them to be governed over us. We need to do it for ourselves. We're our own government. So do it for our own self.
But you can say it till the cows come home. They're not gonna
not care how much. Not care how much you're preaching to these people. You said Jamaica gone to the dogs or Jamaica this or whatever. Jamaica is a beautiful island. Yeah. I mean, a beautiful island where anyone would want to go.
The world knows that. That's why they want it.
The people that know and they see that. So that's why they want to go in there and take over everything there. You see what I'm saying? They want to take everything over. I mean, white people have come there, have children and children born, they say they're Jamaican. They're born in Jamaica, so they're Jamaican. Just like you'd have go to America and you have your children and they're an American and whatever. But I mean, I'm not trying to knock anybody like that, but because they come there and they're born there and whatever and all that stuff. Because,
no, but they have a sinister agenda.
Saying, the people them coming at the country, if take over on a place, I want to see it, because arms and glove up with them. Because when you see these people, you see Jesus Christ, because in Jamaica is every corner a church. And I get to understand, because I haven't been to Jamaica in a while, I get to understand funeral homes like crazy. So who are paying these people to go out there and kill off these people so they can have money coming into all these funeral homes with them bill in Jamaica? Who are paying the people them to say them are going to look for Duppy tonight? Huh? That's what they go around and saying. And that's why you have these little boy, because even if them are 40 and 50, me I go call them boy, because that's what they are. They are not a man, because you can't control yourself. You have gun and sing and you know even how to shoot properly. You just walk and shut down people and go on like a fool. And it is so disgusting Very disgusting what is going on the island. I can't even see it. The government don't give a shit until then throw him over somewhere, because it's gonna reach a point when him sell out everything already. So it's gonna reach a point where America kick his ass from left to right and center, and the UK and everything. That's what they are going to do. He take all these money from these people, don't whatever. He take all this money from these countries. And where is the money? Where is the money to run the country to help the people? Because that's what I'm giving it to for. Them give it to him to sell out the country and kill off the people them a look more, and send the people they look fool them a look further. Because this is what they're doing. Every time an election come, then send the fool them a little further. Because they keep fooling the people them. And it's happened all over the world, because even in America, they will come around and they say, oh, I'm going to do this to the people them. When this, whatever, I'm going to do the road, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But when they win, then go in there and grin their teeth and then drink them wine and do all kind of crap and then ritual and whatever, and the sacrifice of the people them, and when they do their ritual and whatever, they keep them the people them a little more, keep burying the people them a little more with their ritual and stuff like that. And y'all don't see what's going on. No need to tell the people themselves they go jump off of a bridge whenever time they come into and tell them to vote for them, because you know say no good in that. They telling you all these things. We don't need to govern on our own darn self. Govern on our own self. If you see plastic bag and water bottle and paper all over the street, get garbage bag and clean it up. Don't wait for the government to say, wait a minute, the place is littered with trash and the government now do not know. Wait till the cows come home for the government to come and clean it up for you all. Because that's on a job to do it. On a litter it, clean it up. Anything on a do, on a need to do, make it right for yourself. And stop waiting on these people. Stop waiting on the MPs, whatever you call them, all these so-called people out there. Stop waiting on them to do anything at all for you. We need to wake up off our ass and realize, say, no government no come to help you, no pastor no come to help you, none of these so-called people no come to help you. One of them are wicked and then join together. They're doing all these evil ritual together, not because the pastor is a pastor. I'm doing the ritual with the government too. All of them is mixed up in one. So you need to stay away from them and make them live them life and do what they are doing by themselves. Don't give them your money. Don't give them your time or anything, your energy or anything. Take all of that back from them. You understand what I'm saying? We don't need to give them that. We're not going to watch them so-called news to make them tell us no more lies. All the bullshit that they've been telling us on the news, we watch those foolishness. We don't need to watch that, because every time we watch it, we tell Sister Jane, Tom, Ari, and everybody. Then they say, oh, me I forgot watch it. Me I forgot set the time for the news when to come on before I come from work to watch it. So we into it, and then know say all these people telling each other and everybody watching the news, and so they keep putting the lies them out there to soak into our skin, and we keep spreading it around, and so they keep putting all the fake news and the bad shit, them lies and stuff like that, and give us all the garbage every time, because they know so we like garbage. Just like how we watch a soap opera them and stuff like that, and if we don't watch a soap opera, then they're not going to get their ratings and what all the crap.
You
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead, keep going.
So these are the things where we need to look upon and say the government now do nothing for we, and why we keep running around them. We wait all this time, and people keep talking about the things that is happening. And now they have all these private beaches in Jamaica where Jamaican people will live there. I know the government putting a beach there. Who told you can sell stuff and whatever, sell these things? The creation, these things.
Let me share a comment with you in the middle. It says, well known by African Americans, which Cheryl Hawkins, I'm technically an African American, but I'm an American African. I like to say it that way, because right now we're broadcasting from Accra, Ghana, where we have blood ties over here to Ghana. You know, all of us here who are here, both of us. And I grew up there and I did 38 years there. And it says, Jamaicans hate USA blacks. I'm in New York City. They work 2 and 3 jobs and kiss white folks' ass 24/7. Well, I have to say that, Miss Hawkins, that Mrs. SCURV has been in America for a very long time before he moved out. She came in her early 20s. By the time she was 26, she worked a lot of jobs now, right? She never asked for a handout. from anybody. She never was on welfare. I'm not saying those who call themselves African Americans are on welfare. She never asked anybody for anything. She sacrificed. She's from the country in Jamaica. She's not one of those, boomba clowns. I'm saying that. Now, an interesting footnote is that I was raised under a Jamaican father, right? So I kind of have a little privy to both. And I get on both when I need to. I get on Jamaicans when I need to. And I said some things in that video about some Jamaicans, right? I know the American way, Black American. I love the culture, but there's some of us who fall under and fall victim to the mentality of the oppressor, because chances are your ancestors and many who are Jamaican who have ancestors from the same motherland, because, you say well-known African American. So I am so happy that at least you identify with Africa in some way. But it's been said that 93% of Jamaicans, they come from Ghana. The majority of Black Cubans come from Ghana in the Ashanti region. So if you identify with Africa, as you typed, right, then there's a point where we converge back to the same root. But I understand the mentality now that you're saying. I'm not going to try to get away from that, but you can't say things in certain absolutes. It used to hurt me as a person who is identified as an African American, although I call myself an American African, who is truly a stolen African, when they would speak about Jamaicans so bad. But then when I'm around Jamaicans who didn't know of my connection, who want to relegate me to one category as though I don't know the culture, and they tell me you're American. These were some ignorant Jamaicans, like we had ignorant Americans. Now, judging by the way you type so well, I don't think you're ignorant. So please don't spread that kind of falsehood, because that's not the truth. We know they work hard, and we know that there are a lot of wayward folks who come from the Caribbean and other places who want the American dream and the illusion of the American dream, and they think America is better. And there are some like that. Yes, I will admit that. But my father was an old school Jamaican. He never hid the fact that he was from Jamaica, but he was a person who worked hard and had his own business. And many people used to make fun of him with one of the work vans that he had that was just for that work. And we had nicer vehicles. At one point, he gave me a Mercedes-Benz when I was in my early 20s. And this was from a man who worked 2 and 3 jobs and probably even more under his own business. So we've got to stop the ignorance. We need to educate ourselves on what is really going on. And if you are in New York City, trust me, I was born and raised in New York City, Columbia Presbyterian Hospital on 168th Street and Broadway. Lived on 152nd Street between Amsterdam and St. Nick, right where Convent Avenue began. 5 years old, we moved to Queens in Richmond Hill, right near the Jamaica borderline, off of Liberty Avenue, 134th Street. 38 years I did in New York City, like a jail sentence. So I know every nook and cranny of that place really well. So as fellow New Yorkers, I'd have to say I don't know your age, and it would be improper for me to ask you your age. And maybe you've done the same amount of years in New York City as I have, but even if you did, I was all over the place. There are places I probably went to that you'll never know. Not that I know anything more than you, but when it comes to us speaking about our people, I'm going to read off your statement again, and I'm going to have you continue on. Well known by African Americans. Now, this is me now, right? Jamaicans hate USA blacks. I can't say that. I can say that there are some who are envious of the position of the certain entitlements that they think that Americans get, while we caught hell in America. But they saw what we had as far as the amenities and thought something by what they saw over the television set, because, you know, the smartphone just got here. And so they would kiss those who are ignorant would kiss the backsides of white folks. Because see, and I'm going to say something that you might like. I'm going to say it both ways. Because see, those Jamaicans and Trinidadians and the people from Barbados, they didn't know. Their dealings with white America was when they came down on vacation. And they got treated so well, the black folks down there. Not usually these days, because the cat's out the bag. So when they come to America, they look and they say, how can you Americans be so lazy? This is the land of opportunity. And these white folks can't be that bad. But check a Jamaican after a couple of years of living in New York City. If they live there for 3 or 4 years and they don't understand the deal or how the system is, I will say they're a stupid Jamaican. I know Jamaicans. I know them well. I get around them sometime and never talk about my lineage. And they can talk the deepest accent. And I will, look, I can listen to a deep Jamaican accent. And there are Jamaicans who don't understand what they're saying, and I would. Because I heard that coming up from the womb. So I'm both, right? So we can't really say that. Of all, no, because in your midst, you'd be surprised who was a Jamaican. See, I can't claim that on paper, but I can say that I know the culture and influence through my father's side. And my mother, very distinguished and accomplished. And they both got together and didn't have a problem. So I'm a product of both. So me knowing both, I can't really say that that's true. But I understand where you're coming from. See, and I will also say there are many Americans, Black Americans, and we're getting touchy now, who, because of what we've been through there, down through our lineage and the pain passed down through the conversations and just the soul, the spirit being beat down and the things that we hear. If you had your hair braided by an older grandmother or aunt, and they say, oh, she got that good hair. Well, what's bad hair? You know, if the other person has good hair, what's bad hair? There's a hair you have bad. So when we accept these things, there is an anger because we didn't get what we're supposed to get in this place called America, spelled with 3 Ks, that regime. So we have a sense of entitlement to a point, as we should. Reparations. We're owed everything. Everybody else comes to America and does it. But the hardworking Jamaicans, I can't knock them because you know what? They don't want to hear that stuff. The hardworking ones, they want to get busy. And that's the problem with many of us in America. We don't want to work for what we get. I can understand one side of it, that we are owed so much. We built that country and there's a resentment. I understand that side of it. But if we're going to wait on reparations and wait for whatever your spiritual belief is and waiting for Jesus, I'm not saying that. Whatever it is, we still have to get busy. You see, I left the joint. I'm not waiting for reparations. I'm not saying I'm not owed it through my bloodline that way, but that's divide and conquer. The slave ship done dropped us all off like a bus. If you have somebody, and I don't know what borough you're in, but take the downtown bus station of whatever borough that you're in. And if you and your sisters and brothers and cousins are all on that same bus, coming home from work, but you moved on to different places. If your sister gets off on this stop and 2 miles down the road, you get off on that stop, and all your family are spread out all over the city, just because you reside in a different part of the city, does that mean you're not still related anymore? Does it mean that? So we reside in different countries all over the world, spread out. We have people here from Canada. We have people here from Jamaica. We got people here from the United States and in Ghana and probably the UK. Let's get a roll call for everybody in the show. What country are you in? What city are you in? And that's to show you how broad we are. Because guess who benefits from that mentality? The one who oppresses all of us. So let's beat that oppressor and come together if we have the mindset to come together. Because if we think we're all separate, we're going to stay that way. Go ahead, Mrs. SCURV. I'm sorry.
This is why we can't come together as a people, because this one is saying that one is saying this, and that we ate, because I was born in Jamaica, and I am not afraid to say I'm a born Jamaican.
Wait a second. You hate Americans?
No, I'm a born Jamaican.
So why are you laying in bed with me every night?
I come to America for so many years. My dad been in America for almost what? For 40.
I gotta say one more thing, sweetheart.
For 40-something years.
Your son is a Marine.
For 40-something years, you know?
A Marine.
And I don't hate anyone. I have some good American friends, and we still correspond together, beautiful people. And I mean, you have good and bad everywhere, because some of our people are very bad. And I understand a lot of Jamaicans, they always go and do some garbage stuff. And people always say, you see them damn Jamaicans, they always, but it's not all. And it's not all of us are the same thing, because that one thing I don't like that word hate. I may not like people ways, the way they go about things. If I was ignorant and stupid, if I was ignorant and stupid, I could say, oh, I hate Americans because I go through a lot of stuff with them cursing me on the bus for no reason. But I don't hate Americans. I just don't like some people ways. But who would get up and say Jamaicans, hate Black Americans? That is not true. You must say some Jamaicans when you're saying these things. Say some Jamaicans.
Foundational Black Americans.
You have some like that, and you have some Black Americans that don't like Caribbean people.
Right.
So we had a show about that, about Caribbean and Caribbean people and American people and all that stuff. We need to step away from the bullshit and start doing
because
things
they see us all as niggas.
To all of us to come together. How can we come together and be as one people? We are all melanated, carbon people, Black people, whatever you want to call us. Together, we stay stronger if we do things together. But when we pull apart and we do these things and we say these bullshit lies, that is not true.
I don't think she's a person we can have a conversation with. Matter of fact.
No, but I don't even care about what they want to say.
No, but other people are watching this, so this is a teachable moment.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, we're trying to reach to a place.
Right.
And because some of our people are so stupid, we can't get where we need to go because there's somebody always pulling us back down in the friggin' gully.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why all these things are happening. Because if we stand firm as a people together, trust me, all these killing of our people, and it's all over the world. Right now, it's not only in Jamaica. Jamaica is a small island with all this bullshit, and Jamaica don't make guns and bullets. How does these guns and bullets get into Jamaica? So Jamaican people can be killing off each other. Somebody's paying the friggin' people to kill each other and paying them money because they know the people some of them are hungry for money, they are greedy for money, and some of them don't want to friggin' work. If you have so much land to work to plant food. You don't need supermarket. You need land to grow your food. Trust me, I was just saying, I just need blueberry, blackberry, raspberry, and all those things, and my veggies and all those things. If I have those things, you think I need hard food to eat? You think I need rice and flour and all that shit? I don't need that. We need to pull together and do the things that make us happy. When you start eating happy food, you're happy. Treat yourself well. Treat your brain well. You don't need that bullshit. You don't need all these things that they have out there feeding you with, poisoning your body. Some of these food tastes so nasty because it's all kind of chemical in the foods and stuff like that, and it's messing up our brain. So we can't even think straight. So we say all kind of crap, all kind of garbage we come with. We always do that bullshit. And some of us don't know when to friggin' talk. We always saying the wrong things all the time. Say some people, because we know some of us is friggin' out of order and bad and out of place. But you have a lot of Caribbean people who came on the slave ship, go to Jamaica and all over Cuba and everything. They're in America and help build America too. But side by side with our brothers and sisters right there in the slavery, beating them, doing all kind of stuff. They go through all that shit too. You think the Caribbean people don't help build America too? They do help build America too. They go to the UK, they build UK, and now they're throwing them out. Throwing out all them Jamaicans and stuff like that. Don't even want to give them the paper for over 50, 60 years. Come on, people, y'all need to look into yourself and get together. Bullshitting too much. And that's why we have so much friggin' problem. And that's why the universe is going to tumble down on us, because we are not pulling together as a people and do what we need to do. Even when the white people, they're cussing each other and going on with the bullshit stuff, you think they're gonna leave each other out and don't help them? They're going to help them to be millionaire too. You see what I'm saying? They're going to get together and they're going to look out for each other. How are we doing that? Hell to the no, because we don't care about each other. And that's why we're able to kill each other and do the things they want to do. Oh, you think these people get into Jamaica and take over beaches and stuff like that, and now private beaches? And how the government get, if we as a people were standing together, you think the government could sell out the country? We would fight to hell and it would not happen. But because we're not fighting together and sticking together, this is why these things is happening to us as a people.
Well, let me just read another line, and there's a couple of others want to read. I'm gonna let you speak it and talk it, because I see that for all of the divide that we have, this is really a great illustration on that, because you know we have many people who, and I know my sound is right. I'm just not used to talking without the headphones and hearing myself. You know, I think I'm all right. Just let me know. No, this big clunky thing on my head. You know what I mean? I think I'll put my New York hat on. I think we'll put that on. I'm gonna leave and put that on.
You're so crazy,
right? But anyway, yeah, no, I'm a New Yorker. I'm a New Yorker, right? And I saw where you said, sister, where you in Great Neck in Nassau County. I know it well out there, and I know out there Suffolk County. Like I said, I was born and raised out there, so I know. The next statement you made, Jamaicans smile, wiping white folks' ass in the nursing homes, talking shit about USA blacks who fought for all to come to USA, black, white, and Chinese, all. But, you know, I just find it so funny that we will, meaning American blacks, will say this, because remember, I know both sides of the coin. But from young, I wasn't raised to be so secular, so narrow-minded, and because I had a broader view. I was exposed to a whole lot in New York City, because maybe you don't know about it, Cheryl, but Astoria, Queens is the most culturally diverse area in the whole world. In the whole world. We know New York City is one of the most cultural diverse place in the world, right? But it has to be if even a part of it is. So with Astoria, Queens having culture, culinary, and you know, theater, movies, people who come from all over the world, we know that there's a neighborhood for every country, every nationality, every culture in the world has restaurants, or a restaurant, or at least a couple of blocks of the city. Even factions. You have Nigerians who live in New York City. You have a lot in Texas. You have them all over the place. But even Nigeria, they have the Igbo tribe, and they have restaurants, and this other tribe has this and this and that, all contained in New York City. So there's no excuse to not get along. If your experiences have been very traumatic in how you dealt, or how many dealt with you. But again, you can't say, because just like many have said that over there in Accra, over there in Africa where you live, I had very intelligent people who have asked me if there are any mud huts over here, who have asked me if I ever saw a lion running down the street. I have yet to see a lion. I saw more lions in the Bronx Zoo than I did out here in Africa, and it's out here. There are things out here. But the homes here, the construction of the homes are superior to the United States. The living, to me, is superior. We don't have to list if a food is non-GMO. Everything is non-GMO. They're trying to change things around. So there are people who, because of their ignorance and being taught by the oppressor, right? We tend to look at others as different, but the very one who's oppressing us, we don't say a damn thing to him. I love your fire, but I do feel it's misdirected. You have experiences. I've had experiences with some Jamaicans. There's some Jamaicans I can't stand. And my father's from there. My wife is there. She's Jamaican and she knows it. There's some Jamaicans, they don't even come near where I live. I ain't having it. But I know that's not everybody. I can say things about American blacks. I know them well. I have a degree, and I'm not calling black folks niggas. I'm just saying it for the joke. I have a degree in niggerism. I know the difference between black folks and niggas. And we got to stop being this way. We have to take things on a case-by-case basis, because this kind of talk is very dangerous if it lands in the ears of someone young and it flavors how they see us. But then the one we're at war with wants us to have this misdirected venom toward each other because it makes their job easier. I mean, I didn't know this is what we were going to be talking about. I was actually doing work here, and Mr. SCURV was sitting there, and we said we're going to record something. And then I said, well, listen, let's come on the screen and go live. She said, I'm relaxing. I don't really want to be seen on the screen, but she looks all right. She looks very fine, right? And so, yeah, you laughing. It's true.
Are something else.
Yeah, I looked over there and said, there's no reason you're not to be coming over here and sitting in front of the camera. You look more and more. That's right.
No, I don't want to sit on there, but let me show you that I'm not dressed or anything.
Look,
I just didn't want to be on the screen because I'm not dressed to be on there. I don't want to.
Well, you just came on the screen.
Yeah, I don't want to. I just want
you just came on the screen.
I'm just sitting down,
look,
relaxing.
I got
It is a Sunday night.
Look, I got an extra cam right here.
Yeah, but it's just I don't want to. I'm good. I'm good.
I got an extra cam right here, yo.
Just want to vibe with the brothers and the sisters, and just get into the flow of it.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just,
yeah.
So
and I'm going to go through these next comments really quick. There's a few down here that I saw, but here it is. Here's another one from Cheryl Hawkins. I'm a long-time multiple corporation business owner, taking inventory, recognized failures no matter how small. That's wonderful. I have a niece who is one of the biggest entertainment lawyers in the world, Black woman. She's in New York City based. So I'm used to the broader picture. But regardless, you're a business owner. That's wonderful. But again, let's not become what the oppressor wants us to be. We all have our successes, and sometimes in America, there's some of us who can become quite bitter because we didn't receive the accolades that we thought we should get from society. And it's going to be like that with all of us. There was a time, not that I would say I was bitter, but it was hard to realize that for all the talents and abilities that I have, that this world, the way it's set up, will never really want to acknowledge it. So I'm okay with that. So that's why I do what I do from the heart, day in and day out, for several decades out here. And in my skin, living as a Black man, even though I'm a little pale right now, and I've been inside a lot, I'm here where I belong, and I feel strong. And again, at almost 59 years old, my best days are ahead of me. There, in that place, it will have you thinking all kind of warped things, because it's a very toxic place. Just for you to even live there, no matter how good you eat, no matter how many times you go to the gym, no matter how much of a power sleep you get and REM sleep that you get every single night, it is a place that will have us out of our minds. The land didn't do anything to us. The air didn't do anything to us, but it's that atmosphere and that spiritual energy that we have between us as Black people and beyond that we have to deal with. It is not easy. And especially in New York, sister, I know it's not, but that's misdirected venom. Deal with the individuals. Look, like I said, there's some Jamaicans that I know that know they better not come near me. Some of them I'll say are assholes, just like there's some white ass. And I'm not reducing it, right? Because I know who my enemy is over and above the individuals, the system that we're in that taught us or indoctrinated us. So we got to pull away from all of that, sister. I know how you feel. And it's a fact. But it's also a fact. Come on now. You can't tell me that there wasn't any Black Americans that haven't done anything to you. But it's an extra sting, I know, in a way where some who don't know, they come to America and they don't know, and they telling you how things are, and they're brainwashed. They are coons that just came from a different island. We got coons who are born and raised in America. It's the same thing. So really, try to expand yourself a little bit, because you might go to the doctor one day and have a life-threatening something. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. It'll be a big Jamaican right there looking at you. No, seriously, seriously. And there's another thing that she said. I asked Jamaican workers to stop cursing all around my aunt in a wealthy nursing home. They never would do this around white folks, and I saw them. Yes, that's a lower pedigree of Jamaican, like we have a lower level pedigree of Black Americans. It's not everybody. I'm not going to sit here for half the show now trying to convince you. This is stoked many show ideas for me where we will address those things, but it's you've been traumatized. I understand that. But but that's not everybody. Now there's some who are here who said some other things, and you know, it shows how far behind we are, you know. And they say USA blacks are really shady without education, real family life. Yes, of course, and that goes with everybody. So why not be that guiding light? Now I'm not saying to take no shit now. I don't care who it is, I don't care who it is. They come down, whoever it may be, they're gonna get straightened out with the truth. You know what I mean? No, you ain't gotta ask me. Okay. Are you an employer? If not, you have no idea how people really hired. I have been an employer since 1988. I will not lose any more money on Black Nonsense USA or Jamaican. Well, it really seems that you have an issue with status and not being treated a certain way. There are many business owners in my family that have gone on with business probably long before you're born. That's what I grew up around. So that's not anything really to say, because there are many successful blacks out there. But the true success in being a black business owner is to conquer the ignorance that's inside of yourself and to see the bigger picture. Because if you are a successful business owner, the success that you had in business and that you achieved in business actually means nothing if you can have such a narrow-minded mentality towards your own people. Because those Jamaican people, not all of them, but those who have a lower pedigree, if you think that's all, you lost. There's a big part of this life that you lost. And I'm quite sure when there's a problem that way, there's an issue somewhere else in your life. Like when they say in sickness, oh, I feel a pain here. Well, there's usually something else emotionally and mentally that helped to bring that pain about. So if you're so strong on this, which if you're disrespected, it doesn't matter if you're a business owner or one who sweeps floors. But it seems as though you're really trying to, you know, let us know your status. More power to you. But what good is that kind of success when you can't even love your own people? Go ahead, Mr. SCURV. We're gonna move on from that.
Oh wow! I'm telling you, we're gonna leave that part alone.
Yeah. We'll have you come back on, Cheryl, if you want. I mean, you can come on in, email me. I'm gonna put my information down in the bottom, and I'm gonna let you talk. Yeah. When we come on the show, we don't get confrontational that way. We try to keep it intelligent.
I just want to say to Sister Mika, you know, whenever you want to write your book, you write your book. Don't make none of that stop you, because we all go through challenges in life and things happen, and no one is perfect and things happen. Whether it's about a Jamaican man or American man or any Caribbean man or UK man, whoever it may be, you know, you tell your story. You have a story. We all have a story, and if you have your story to tell, you put it out there because others can learn from your mistake or you know, do something different. Even some of the men can learn from those mistakes when you put things out there and they say, oh damn, I don't want to go down that road, you know, losing a beautiful sister like that, and you know, treat them with enough respect and love and all the good things, you know, and make them feel all right and don't have to say all these bad things about me. So you know, that's what we are here for, to share our stories and let others know what's going on out there, because that's all we all learn from each other. And we have to do that. We're not going to deal on the negativity and all that stuff, because we know in every race and everywhere you go in the world, there are challenges, and everywhere you're going to face. I leave Jamaica and I came to the US, came to Florida. I have challenges there. You come to Ghana here, you have challenges. Not care where you move to, you're going to have challenges. Don't think you're going to move somewhere and it's going to be perfect and things going to happen and the people are not perfect. No one is perfect. You try to do the best you can, but we are not perfect. And what the sister have to really understand that
thank you, Sean.
That what the sister have to really understand that Caribbean people help build America, you know, and you can't talk about Jamaicans like that. You have experience with a Jamaican or a few Jamaicans that do something wrong, that curse around your aunt, and those are the ones that are really disrespectful and doing stuff like that. But what I'm saying, you talk about those people that done those things, but you can't go on a rant and say like all Jamaicans and whatever. That means what you are showing me, my sister, whoever you are, what are you showing me? That means that you ate Jamaicans then, because the way you talking, said Jamaicans ate Americans.
You didn't see all the comments either.
You know, I mean, it doesn't sound right to me. Like, you can't do that, because I don't know you, you don't know me, you don't know Brother Lance, and you don't know the people them in the chat and whatever and all this stuff. We have different people here. We maybe have Jamaicans, we maybe have Americans, Canadian, whatever it may be, we have here, and all these different people from different nationality. African people that born in the motherland here, and we know we are African people born in different places. You understand? So we just give thanks for everything and be loving and kind and respectful to each other. If we just get together and can do those things together, we would be a better people. We'd rule the world, because that's what we're put here for. The Creator put us here. We are big, strong, and powerful. And ladies, let me tell you something. We are the head. We not care all them tell us about, say the Bible, say the man at the head of the whole soul. Yes, the man strong and whatever, and the man maybe can move the rock. But tell me, don't tell me that I can't move it, because guess what? If Brother Lance say here and I say, you know what, I have to move this thing, I'm not going to wait till he come on, because I have to move it now, right now, I am going to move it. So don't tell me that you don't strong. We are strong and powerful. We're beautiful. We're everything. We are everything. So don't make nobody telling us nothing. It's just all the bull crap that is going on. And we have to fight for ourselves and know, people, that we need to govern our own self. We need to govern ourselves. We need to love ourselves, respect ourselves first before anybody can love and respect us. You see what I'm saying? Start telling each other, man, you can't throw down that bottle there, the paper, the plastic bag there. We don't want to deal with plastic bag, because plastic bag go ruin our environment. Plastic bag go ruin our environment. So we start take trash bags and stuff and clean up stuff, put them in jump pan and burn and recycle where we have to recycle and do the right. We're not going to depend on them no more. And if we keep depending on them, this is why they can put guns in these people and to kill off each other. And this is why the government in Jamaica can sell out the whole country. Jamaica not own anything. We can't tell them that. Jamaica not own nothing. I mean, nothing at all. I remember the days when Jamaica owned Air Jamaica airline and all these things where we have in Jamaica, tire factory, Goodyear, all this stuff. We used to make our own shoes. We used to have a shoes factory. We used to do clothes. Everything that you can think of, the Jamaicans' hands were going. But now they don't know anything. The people that were doing everything is dead and gone.
You're right,
past and gone.
Right.
And nobody ain't doing anything, because the government don't want the youth them to learn anything. So the best thing they can do with the youth them is put guns in them and to kill each other.
Keep talking. I'm going to run to the restroom. I'm going to put a banner up. Keep talking.
So I'm telling you, people, as brothers and sisters, can we get together and do these things together? We've been preaching, talking every day. I mean, I mean preaching like the pastor, them, because I'm not preach like them. I'm not telling a lie, or I'm not telling us, if I'm not bring on the offering plate 100 times for the day, if you tell us, put money in at the offering plate and say, it'll go in at the storehouse. Where is the storehouse? I don't talk about, I send it to conference. I don't know, I do all the bullshit stuff, and the people, they're suffering.
Yeah, Trump was raised up there by Wexford Terrace. Yes, exactly. and I used to work at Bijan Boutique about 3 blocks away down from Trump Tower, when he used to come in there. So I can't say I know the guy, but I've seen him. You know what I mean? So we have a lot of places that we crossed over, Cheryl. And I'm glad you came to the show. I don't dislike you. I love you, and I love you for your honesty. But it's like, I got to go pee, y'all. I'll be right back. Listen, go ahead.
Wow. Yeah, brothers and sisters out there, it's when I come on here, it's just love I'm sending across the board to you all. And man, it is something that is going on, and we really have to talk about these things. We really have to get together more often and talk about what is going on in the world with our brothers and sisters all over the place, because it's really disgusting. It's disturbing, the thing that is happening. Even today I was looking on the news in New York with all the stabbing in the subway and all these things that is happening. It is just too much. Too much is happening. Too much of our people are homeless. Too much of our people are lost in this world, don't know where to turn. The thing that is happening it is so sickening. And you know why? We don't want anybody to sit here and say no more. We're not going to blame the government them no more. We don't want to do that no more. Blame our own self. We need to do this for ourselves, because we have to blame ourselves for all these things that's happening, because we as a people can't come together as a people. And don't tell me some bullcrap stuff, because a lot of time people want to come with other things, because people want to make up excuse all the time. We don't want to hear nothing about them. We want to leave the people alone. I heard somebody was saying about the things happening in your county or whatever. This is why you need to vote and put in the judge and the this, whatever you call these people, put them in. And they're not doing anything for you, because I've been in Orlando for 30-something years, and I don't see these people doing nothing for the people. What are they doing? Just because they can give some people a little food stamp or welfare check, if we kick that to the curb, kick the food stamp to the curb, kick the welfare check to the curb, and we don't bother with them. We don't need to get nothing from the government. We need to do for ourselves. We can do it. We make enough money to put together to build our own island and build things for ourselves, and not depending on these people, because this government, these people that say they're governing the world, they are bullshit people. They're looking out for themselves and their people. You understand what I'm saying? They are criminals. They only looking out for themselves, and they want this from you, they want that from you. Before you get your paycheck, them take out them taxes, and you go around the corner again, and you go to this gas station or whatever, you have to pay tax. You go to the supermarket, you have to pay tax, and everything get higher and higher every day. It's more money. So when you get a paycheck, before you even get it, it's finished. You see what I'm saying? Because they're paying you what they want to pay you, because they don't give a damn about you, because you working for them and putting money in their pocket so them and their family can rich, and they can stay on their yacht for a month and go all over the Caribbean. And that's why they can go into a place like in Jamaica and buy up these places and build beautiful hotels, beautiful homes, and relax and spread out their backside for catch sun. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? They don't
want you to have that. And that's where we are in the world naturally. Let me just read off from Sister Samantha Morley. She said, 100% with you, Lance. I'm a Jamaican, worked in USA scanning boxes for 4 years at Amazon. From that, I bought a luxury apartment uptown, cars, cash, helped a few people, plus bought lands with my husband. So, see, we have different pedigrees of Jamaicans. So we have to also look past what the media puts out, music videos and the rude boys and the gunmen. And we know that there are people that are killing themselves in Jamaica. And we know there's a lot of desperation. There's not a certain amount of money flow where folks can make a living. And we know that regardless as to how we feel about Jamaicans, that they're some of the most creative people on the face of the earth. They will take something that we would call junk and come up with something that we'd pay them a lot of money for. That's just the way it is. My father was very creative, and I hate to say was, I'll say is, because I'm a present manifestation of my father, and he passed the baton on to me, and I am him and he is me. I came from him. And so I watched his creativity on so many different levels. But one thing we've got to stop doing is trying to throw off whatever status we've earned in this society that's against us, and use the examples of what we've learned to move our way up in that system to benefit us on the good sides. We know the system is toxic for most of us, but if we have gotten to a certain point, try to share the knowledge instead of throwing on. I'm not saying you, Samantha. I'm not even saying Cheryl, but this just brings these thoughts in my head because there are many people who were like that to me and not knowing what I had inside of me. See, we all have the seeds of greatness inside of us. And the bottom line is when we see somebody who may not have achieved what we've achieved on a financial level or on a status level in this world, and they look like they're a little lower. See, we got to understand that maybe they came up out of a deeper hole than we did. And if you stack them up evenly from their beginnings and your beginnings and put it on an even foundation, they might be the skyscraper over you because we don't know what we've had to come through. Whatever you've had to come through in this world, we know that we all get that nigga wake up call, which we are not that. But the bottom line is that we should be like comrades in the war. You know, when you're in the trenches of the war, similar to the college experience, which is not anything life-threatening, and these days with the drugs, it probably is. But I would think, and I've never been in the military and would never think to go into the military, but For those who have gone, I'm not knocking you, but you know, for those who are in combat, in the symbolic trenches, it may not be a hole that's dug out, but you're there in that particular company, in that particular unit for so many years together. And some of you get shot and killed, and it hurts you because you had quiet moments where you can look and say, hey, this is my little daughter. I want to go back home to her. This is my mother. I want to go back home to her. And then you see this person die. And you're like, wow. And then you see the mother and you see the daughter one day when you come back as an example, and you hug them. And when that mother and when that daughter hugs you, they know that they're hugging a piece of their family, because he wrote in his letters about you how close you were with him. Why can't we have that as prisoners of war in this society, in this world? See me, I love my people, but I'm not going to stop and not spank you. This is what I'm about. I don't have to try to convince anybody anything. I don't have to sit up here on a Sunday night all week long. Yes, I am retired and I'm not a millionaire, but I am a millionaire because I have your love and understanding. And those who don't have any understanding to what I do, well, check it out. We'll talk and you'll understand me, even if you don't agree with me on my approach. And me, I need to grow too. There's a big room for me to grow. I'm like that little 8-year-old that asked the mother, Mommy, how come you bought my pants a little too long and my blazer a little too long? It's like, son, because next year you're going to be that much taller and we can let out the hem. Trust me, I have a lot of growing room. I'm humble and I just have the best for my people in my heart. But we should come together like those people in the trenches, because you know what? No matter what our status in the world, we know that we are all looked at the same way. Okay? And so we have to understand that. We have to have a little empathy and a little sympathy for the people who might even be on a lower mental pedigree of awareness, because nobody is above anybody. We just may not know. See, go ahead, Mrs.
I'm saying that's a fact, because anywhere we go in the world, even here in the motherland, and these people come here and we are here and they look on us like, what the hell, I need y'all to leave here so I could take this place over, you know? And that's what they'll try to do, because that's why we as a people, not to say I'm telling anyone to, you know, move to the motherland and come live there. It's up to you. You all have a choice. Wherever in the world you want to go, we should be able to go there, because anywhere in the world you go, you're going to see some of us there. Whether they came from the Caribbean or they leave from America and go there, or they were born there because their parents were in the military. Because, you know, so much Black Americans or African Americans in the military, and they go all over the world, and then they have children born in certain countries. So we are everywhere. We are spread out everywhere. And that's why we as a people should come together and just spread the love around on each other, man. We just can't live like this and just keep on criticizing each other and doing all this bullcrap stuff all the time, and we're not getting anywhere. You know, like you try to climb over this mountain, and every time you put one foot up, you slide back down because there's somebody down there keep on pulling you down. I mean, we are one. We should be one people. That's how I think. But it seems like we don't want to be as one. We don't want to pull together and do the darn thing so we could get together, because we are so scared that these people are going to try to do something to us. What the hell? Look how many of us. We are more than them. Don't believe what these people are saying. We are more than them. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to fight together. We have to pull together and do this thing together. Don't think about, you know, some of our people will think, oh, if we're doing this business, this one gonna end up getting more than me, and I'm gonna get less, and I'm gonna this, and I'm gonna that, and this one gonna get to buy a fancier car because it's more money, or a fancier house. What the hell?
Right.
Today we're here, tomorrow we're gone. We don't know what tomorrow is going to bring or later is going to bring.
That's why we have to push as hard as we can every day that we're given.
You got to look up and just look and tell somebody today that you love them and how much you appreciate them. You know, we can't live like this anymore. It is too much. Too much is going on. We need to turn a clean page over and change things. We can do that together. We can fight together. We can do this together. We can put up, you know, bullshit, tie it up in a garbage bag and throw the bullshit away. All this stuff that is going on, we don't need these things to going on. We see all these people fighting against each other, killing each other and doing all these things every day. I mean, this is February, and trust me, right now, I don't know. The last time when I checked in January, it was like 37 people they already killed in Jamaica. So you know this is February, and last year they killed so many people. So you just imagine the rate that they are going at and where people are talking easy. You just imagine that they are paying people. But I remember, Lance, even when we in Florida have been saying this, it have to be somebody paying these people, because there's no way you're going to just go there for free, just walking, killing people like that. You're getting paid. And these people are greedy for money. They're hungry for money. They don't have work. They don't have no job because the government don't put nothing there for them. So they rather put guns in their hand to kill off each other, because now we're selling out the people and we're selling out everything. Everything that they have is gone. We don't set up no infrastructure for them to do nothing. So now the best thing to do is put guns in their hand to kill them off, so we can make the people them come in and take over the place, so we sell them. Because a lot of the people don't realize that all the house where them living are probably sold. The land and everything sold behind their back. That's right. Because this is what these wicked people are doing. And we don't even realize that they are doing it. And then, simple to say, even in America, every year you have a home. Every year the taxes go up, the insurance go up. What you think, especially in our neighborhood, what you think they are doing? Try to run us out. Because then when you can't afford the mortgage because of the paycheck, what you're making, and every time you get that little raise, it goes right to the mortgage. You have the car payment, you have the insurance and all these things. You see what I'm saying? So these are the things that I'm talking about that is happening. If we were pulling together, they couldn't do this shit to us. They could not do that bullshit to us. We have to love upon each other. Don't worry about who gonna make more and everything. That's how these people help each other. Oh, you think the Chinese and the Indian, they come together, and the Mexican and them and help each other? They live in one room and they bungalow. They don't care if they must throw mattress or whatever, sheet or blanket on the floor, and they sleep together until they buy one house and everybody spread out one place. And that's so they move on together and do these things. They will use the one car take. You see all of them bungalow up in the car and take each other to work until the next one can buy a next car, and that's so they get around and do their thing. We need to work together. Stop doing these things. Stop bullshitting around and talking bullshit about people. You have too much time. Someone don't have too much time and even when you have 2 and 3 jobs, you don't have time and for gossip and talk bullshit. It doesn't worth it. It don't worth it. It don't worth it going out there, shoot your look by your brother will look just like you and killing them for nothing. But if somebody come and slap the hell out of you, don't look like you ain't doing nothing to them. But look at your brother that not doing anything to you, and you're gonna gun him down and kill him like a dog on the street and leave him and go about your business, go home and eat your dinner like nothing never happened. Huh? How you feel about that? The thing that is going on right now in this world today, brothers and sisters. How you feel about the things that you're seeing and hearing, and you know it's not a lie. Some of you see it right in front of your face. The road rage that I see that is going on.
The mean mugging, just normally walking around.
That is going on. It is not, for me, it's not normal for us to be doing these things. We didn't come here for this. We're here for a purpose. The Creator put us here for a purpose. We have work to do. What you think? You're going to come here and don't do what you are to do, and then you're going to leave this place? You're going to come back here and do it over again until you get it right. So you need to break up them bullshit stuff that you're doing, man. Just throw them away and say, no more of this. We can't do that no more. You understand what I'm saying? Simple what they're doing to the people. They go to the hotel to go to the beach right there, because most of those hotels are right there on the beach in Jamaica. And the people them go there and they turn back the people them. Black people can't come in here. So today, and when the black people then go to the beach, they got to pay. Unless you're staying in the hotel. Unless you them soon telling the son you can't come in at the hotel because your ass is black. That's where I come next. If you can't go up on the beach, what next they're going to tell you? You can't stay in the hotel either. You don't care if you have $1 million, you can't stay here. You're not allowed to stay here. This is white people place. This is the Chinese they place. Right. This is for the Indian them. I look on the Indian them, blacker than me, look like a big black jester pot, but then they take control too.
Race.
You know, see, you know, see what's going on. It is people who don't really need to wake up and see where are going in the world. all over the world today. And when you see with these people, the Caribbean is a place where they can go and hide from the snow, the cold and everything, or whenever they want to go cock up them foot up in the air and take sun. I only supposed to put up no foot up in the air and take the sun in. We are the sun. You understand what I'm saying? Woman, we are the moon and the man, them are the sun. We need to we need to put up our foot up in the air and relax and take all of the sun we need. We need the vitamin D. Take off no clothes butt naked and take the sun. But at them I go to Jamaica strip butt naked, because even if they strip butt naked, nobody now said nothing to them. But you go strip butt naked and see what happened to you. They want to lock you up. You understand what I'm saying? They want to do all kind of stuff from the police. They want to harassing you, doing all kind of things to you. From you reaching at the airport, them start harassing you. Yes. And the white people then can just walk free through the airport and they don't do nothing to them. Even if the white people then take out their masks and go in Jamaica and go through the airport, they not say nothing to them. But I tell you, they don't care because they see Jesus Christ come.
That's right.
Jesus Christ come to save them. So make Jesus Christ go through immigration, no care. Even if they have 10 gun pandemic, then go on through immigration. Go on and see if you do it. Even if they have a kilo of cocaine or whatever, then go on through. You think you'll get through with it? Your ass be in prison in Jamaica. That's right. You understand what I'm saying? You ask, then you think so them look upon you different, not because you are a Black American or African American or wherever you come from in the Caribbean, and anywhere you go is the same thing, because you're the same look, you have the same skin tone like me. You may be lighter than me or whatever, but to hell with you, you not have blue eye and blonde hair. I'm telling you. So you're going to get the same kind of treatment. Don't think you're going to get coming through there and don't get the same kind of treatment. And most Jamaican people are stupid. They are stupid because they will see a light, like in your family, a lighter skin sister, brother, or whatever, and that the one that them favored and cherish and whatever, which is stupid. It is dumb. The things that our people do. Dumb. It is so friggin' dumb.
Thank you, Sean.
The things that they're doing. It is not even right. They hire you because you're lighter skin. All these things, that's what they do. Them step over your head. You know more than that person with the lighter skin, but the person with have the lighter skin can be dumb as a bat, but you have the darker skin, now get the position there. The person going, they can't even handle nothing, and you may at a lower position, and you have to train at the person and show them. This is the world we're living in, brother and sister. Until we can come together as a people and be right with ourselves and be loving to ourselves and respect ourselves, we're not going to get anywhere. And where do we start from as from today? Because it doesn't make any sense what is going on right now in 2022. This is happening. I can't even believe that I'm alive in this world and seeing all these things that is happening in 2022 still going on. Bullshit.
If they can see you, they get so much more from the message, because the way you going on right now, I mean, it's like you throwing combinations. Pop, pop, boom, boom.
You're so crazy.
Oh, keep going. Let us flow.
You're so crazy.
No, for real. I'm like, whoa. I'm sitting here like I'm waiting for a bus. You should see her over there. For real.
No, but it's true. It's when you think about our people and the things that our people are going through, it is so friggin' sad. It is sad that we sit back and make all these things are happening to people. We have to really get up and mean it, that we're gonna do this shit. We're gonna do it. Damn it, we're doing it. We're not going to waste any more time. We're wasting enough time with these people that talking all this crap to us, talking to us any way on the job. They don't give a shit about us. And if there's a position come up on the job, they don't want to give it to us. Even though when you qualify for the job, they don't want to give it to you. And when you talk for your rights, they have a problem with that. You see what I'm saying? And these are the things that shouldn't be happening to us and our children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren. It shouldn't be happening. We need not to let our great-grandchildren them come in at this area, come see them and something we are going. It is too much. It is just too much. It's crazy what is happening. It is just sickening what is happening. We have to do something for ourselves. We can't just sit down and make these things happen. I remember I'm trying to remember what year it was when you're in Orlando. And there is this guy from Jamaica that I know, somebody that I really know that come from close where I'm from in Bellas. He's not from Bellas Gate, but he's from a Ginger Ridge area.
But was I with you when we were somewhere and you met? Well, you always meet
No. But but you never met this person. Okay. But what I'm saying, there is this guy. You know, they do their thing. Good mechanic and all this stuff. Living in Orlando, and even this guy was driving up to Georgia area and stuff like that, and he fell asleep in the car. 2 Jamaicans, you know. Mm-hmm. And would you believe that little son of a bastard that was driving, the other guy, real nice guy, you know, was sleeping. Mm-hmm. I think what he did, put something in the guy's drink, poison him. Wow. And then the guy died, you know. By the time they get to the hospital, he died. And
why would he do something like that?
And then what I heard that he said, man after dead, make man live. And these are the things that I'm talking about with our people. With our people, our mind, with the mind that we have, our mindset, our mind is corrupt. It's like corruption in our blood. Mm-hmm. It is so messed up that I can see you as a brother or a sister, and I want to do something to you. For what? What is it going to profit me? Because whatever you think is going to profit you, whatever you're going to get, if it's money that he have or whatever he had that you want, whether it's drugs, and the drugs wasn't good enough for him to sell it and make money. And I don't deal in those things because I think that is wrong for a person to go out there and sell drugs to anyone to mess them up, because drugs is something that mess your brain up. Mm-hmm. In case people don't know that and you're going to take those things, we need to teach our children these things. We need to teach them from in the womb about these things. When you're pregnant, or whether you're pregnant or not, you're not supposed to be doing these drugs, and the man's not supposed to be doing it either. We need to stay the hell away from these things. The herbs that is here on this earth, where the creator put here, marijuana is here to make tea and drink it. It's for medicine. It's not for smoking. I know a lot of people will
come sit in this chair right here.
People will disagree with me.
Come sit right here. They're looking at me and hearing you. The way you going on.
A lot of people will disagree with me on that, but it doesn't matter if they disagree with me.
Couple days, because I'm gonna convince them.
that is for medicine. But what I'm saying, we can't be doing these things. I see you with something, and because I want it, I'm gonna hurt you for it. Hell to the no, I'm not gonna do it. I am not gonna do it. It is wicked, and we need to step away from that. We don't need them wickedness there in our heart. We need to step away from that. We're not going to do like what the oppressor them do. I know them stepping our neck and whatever them do to us, and know them try to kill us, kill off our men, them our woman, cut our baby out of our sister, them and all them stuff there. Yeah. We're sick and tired of those things. You understand? So we now go take up for them dirty, nasty ways and the dirty, nasty thinking thing them what them do to it. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, what I'm just going. I'm not
coming out the trance. Keep going.
Whatever, like that. So yeah, you know, sometimes sometimes people don't understand what I'm saying, but
we feel the passion. That's the main thing.
It's nothing.
Wait a second. So passion. Let's just break it down. If a man who spoke Swahili ran into a woman who was from Costa Rica and spoke Spanish, and they made love, would anything be a barrier to them making love? Right? So when there's passion and truth being spoken, you might miss a word or two, but you pretty much know what the feeling is, especially when we're connected as melanated people. You can see a person who's angry about something and you don't know one word they're saying. But with you, the way you're equipped on a spiritual level, you hang out for a few minutes and you come back word for word. The cops come around, don't know what she said. Well, this is what she said. And you know it. You connected. That's that whole thing when your mother looks at you when you're a child and you in the store acting up and you just straighten up. She didn't say a word, but you know exactly what she said.
Yeah, my mother just give us one look. You know what that mean? You know, so that
Well, I remember I was in your mother's kitchen and I was eating that vegan cake that she put out. And I turned around and saw it was okay for me to eat it, but she gave me a look that she knew that I love to see the fact that you're appreciating what I made.
You are so funny. You are so funny. That is funny.
True. But they gave her that look of pleasure, like, you know, some women, not all, you know, but some, when you're eating the food, they're just like, they peek at you like, It's just, and you do it too.
I do it too.
Oh yeah, you'll
yeah?
make something and sit it out, and I'll go eat it. And then I look, and before you come in the room, you stop yourself, and you're like, look at him. He just tearing that food up. That's a feeling of appreciation.
Oh wow!
If I sat here and took a bite and said, "Oh, let me go to McDonald's," you'd be like, you wouldn't feel too good now, would you?
Oh wow! It's so funny.
But we have a wonderful room here today.
Yeah, and you know, it's so. I'm so grateful to to see the brothers and the sisters them here. You know, and we have to get together more often. And,
wait a second.
And do things together.
You got to get together over here more often.
No, but the sisters and the brothers know
everybody's asking for you. And I said, well, she's up doing her thing in the garden and the farming and all that stuff, whatever. One dude asked me, he says, well, y'all didn't break up secretly, now did y'all? I said, no, she's still here. A lot of times I'm doing the show. You know, on certain shows I talk crazy. Some people say, you must be talking crazy like that because Mr. SCURV is not around. She knows I'm a nutcase and anything is liable to come out of my head. Y'all know that, but you know that I have love for my people, and we got to entertain and edutain and inform and inspire. And this is what I live for every single day of my life when I sit here, whether it's 500 people on the stream or 2 people on the stream or some videos get hit. I don't care about that. The thing is to just keep coming with it because we can bring ourselves together. And like I say, you know, as I get older on a chronological age, I don't get older in my spirit. I'm actually getting younger and actually more motivated than anything else. But as my chronological years start to stack up, I do think about transition more and more. And I do think about where my blip is on the radar screen. And because of that, it gives me more fire and more intensity to do more, to leave more. And it's not about leaving something on the earth where I'm this great man standing up on the statue and that was LANCESCURV. No, I figured it out. If we can ignite the fire in those around us and they continue with the fire to pass it on down to their children and their offspring, whether it's your DNA child or not, let's just fire everybody up because they can kill great leaders and snuff them out. We all physically transition, even if we don't get knocked off that way. But if we can take what's inside of us, whatever it is that's good, whatever it is that's usable, it doesn't have to be the same way. It doesn't have to be where our name is up in lights. Like I always say, the most beautiful, most expensive watches out there. We say, oh, it's pretty. Look at the gold on that hand, the second hand and the hour hand, and look how it's written. But there's the unseen gears that's behind the faceplate that give the value to that watch, that keep that precise time. Their hands are doing nothing on the clock. They're just going for a ride. Choop, choop, choop. The reason why they're moving that way is because of what you don't see. So we have to see the thing that's inside of us and not judge or assess because where they come from or the age that they are. And we all make mistakes sometime. You know, we have narrow experiences sometime that when we grow and expand, we can sit back and say, oh, now I understand this. And there's another analogy that I always use. I love to use analogies. I've always been like this from birth. I don't know why. But like I always say, you take a beautiful picture and put it up on the wall. And that beautiful picture, put your nose on it. You're closest to it. But you can't see nothing. You can't see the beauty on that picture. It's only when you pull away from the picture. I'm not talking about go back 2 miles, but just pull away a little bit that you can look around and say, oh, wow, I see this picture in its fullest majesty. And that goes even with family members, neighbors, certain factions of people. We may be so close to it and not see the full beauty of it. So let's look at each other different, not relegate ourselves to just, oh, they're nothing or they're this, because the media screws our head up. We have images bombarding us. Other people think of us a certain way also because of what they see. They don't know that there's so many respectable people that like Sister Cheryl has businesses and the other sisters who have pulled themselves up and did what they had to do. And even though still some who are here may not have as much, don't feel bad because it's not really about that. But you're going through things sometime to build you up for the time that you do have or do have a bigger status and you'll be able to appreciate it because, like I said, you don't know what sweet is until you taste it sour. The more sour you taste, oh boy, it makes it sweeter when you do get the sweet. So earn your sweet. It's coming. It's due all of us. Some get it early, some get it late. But we all are under attack on so many different levels, and we don't understand how many different ways we're under attack. I mean, through our food, through our music, the vibrations and the chants put in the music, the entertainment to come at our kids, through this other stuff to try to bend us out of what we're made to be, to keep us from having sperm hit egg righteously in a righteous situation, not just running away from pain just to get pleasure and you don't take care of your responsibilities, but to break down the Black family, to remove the father. It's been going on for so long. This is why it's so sickening to me to have to keep saying, I don't want to say wake up no more. If you're sleeping, and I don't really mean this, but I'm saying this, I have to say it because it's sickening sometimes. You sleeping, go and enjoy the sleep. Because when you wake up, you'll be in a sorry state of affairs by not being prepared. It doesn't mean you have to put on a black glove every day and just, but you can move as a silent assassin for the ignorance and the plans against us. No matter what plan or no matter what way you find yourself in the station of life, it should be where if there's a little old black man sweeping the floor, and you might be a multimillionaire, throw him some bucks, right? But still, know that he's part of you. He had his journey. Maybe he lit the fires in other people that we don't even know about. One day I'm going to be a little old man that somebody say, he's nothing. If they want to think that, it's okay. Because I know what I've done in this lifetime from my perspective, from where I am, from my walk. All of our walks are quite different, but at the same time, they're very similar, especially in this society who treats us the way we are, not just for the color of our skin. It's not that simple. They happen to know a lot more about us than we know about ourselves. Mm-hmm. And as long as we're disconnected, we'll never work. Yep. You can have the most powerful sound system in your house, but if that plug is not in that socket, ain't no power going in there, it's disconnected, it ain't gonna work. See? So they know that about us because it's more of a spiritual thing because we can go where they can't go. We are going as long as we come through this obstacle course in this life. We are going to a place. I'm not saying sit down and do nothing and wait on death. I'm saying when transition comes, it's a whole new level that they will not ever see because they want to hold you back because they can't go. Just like that little kid back in the neighborhood. It may be this way for you or not, but we all have that story, that kid who was on punishment and couldn't go nowhere. So he didn't want you to go nowhere. So he wanted you to spend the whole summertime right by his window. And he got mad whenever you went somewhere. You're not my friend. Why are you leaving me? It's you who's on punishment, not me. But we're going places. This is merely an assessment test for eternity. This is merely a placement test for eternity. I never thought to say that, whoa, I'm going to be celebrating my 59th birthday in April. Man, I remember when I was 19. If I thought to run down the block, I didn't even have to think about running. Poof, I'm there already. I mean, I had boundless energy. I still do, right? But that way, time, the artificial construct called time, it moves so fast. But on the spiritual level, there is no time. So I don't care if I say I have to celebrate my 83rd birthday next month or my 95th birthday, whatever, because time don't exist. When we transition out this level, we're going to take off time and toss it because we are timeless. We got to see beyond that. The person who is at the job who wants to stay at the job and be there the first thing in the morning, it doesn't mean they're always dedicated like that. They may not have anything to go home to. Even when you have a rough day sometime and you know you symbolically have something to go home to, and I think I missed somebody here. I'm busy looking in the camera to thank them. Let me scroll it up. Let me just hit. Okay, yeah. Oh, Cheryl Hawkins, thank you so much. I wasn't being rude. Thank you so much for the love and the donation. This is what we do here. And I would love to have you on the show one time. And you see my information scrolling across the bottom. I definitely want to talk to you. You see the spirit and the rhythm of how we talk and how accepting we are of our people. And sometimes we have differences in opinions and viewpoints, and really for real reasons. And I understand that. But these are healing conversations that need to be had. Growing up, my father and mother would be there, sitting in the living room or in the bedroom, and I'm in there with them playing around with some little toy or something, and I'm listening to what they were talking about. And what they were saying was so deep, and I couldn't really understand all of it. But you know how children are. If you think they understand 25%, they really understand 75%, right? So as I got on and sort of to ask them questions, which they always encourage me to ask questions, and I love the art of conversation. I think you figured out by now that I love to talk. Even when I talk in my sleep, sweetheart, when I talk in my sleep, we got all these microphones and all these things around here. I got microphones around like crazy. right? I mean, I went to the bathroom to take a leak. I grabbed the microphone. I said, wait, this is not me, right? But if I'm talking in my sleep, just start recording, right? But like I say, I want to have and give an opportunity to have everybody come in. I got to jump started and started. And tonight worked out. Like I said, this was totally impromptu.
No, because the thing about it, that we were gonna walk. You know, I told Brother Lance earlier,
the rain came.
We were gonna go up on the mountain because since I come here, I haven't walked. I drive past it, but not walking, going up there and
we're
see
in Accra, Africa,
view
y'all.
Down in the city and stuff like that, because it's a beautiful view from even when you're driving up there. But I wanted to walk it. It's a good walk. I wanted to walk it, and the rain came, and so we didn't get to do that. So we were having dinner, and we just sit here, and we always on a Sunday we always sit down and have a little conversation and stuff like that. And and even sometimes in the morning while I'm leaving out, maybe an hour, half an hour before I leave out, maybe before I start talking about something, and Brother Lance will say that's something that we should talk about.
I
but
always
then,
got a scout for good topics.
But then I'll be running, so I really don't get to do it. So but it's always nice, it's so lovely and beautiful to see our beautiful brothers and sisters all the time.
You sound like you're wrapping it down. We got to go for
no. I just want to show them the love and know that we're here, and we just want to encourage the brothers and the sisters, because it's just too many things is happening right now, and we have to encourage each other, because man, sometimes we find ourselves down, and things is happening, whether we here in Africa, or we here in the Caribbean, or in the US, the UK, Canada, because as I always say, we all over the world, whether we in China, Japan,
anywhere there's anything going on. We might be in the back room and not being seen, but we got something to do with it.
Yes, and we are powerful people, and we have to know that powerful spiritual people, and we just wanna give thanks to the brothers and the sisters out there, and just to show you our love every day, and that we are here. And it's sometimes you never know, you do a show and you have brothers and sisters out there that maybe going through things at the same time doing a show, and maybe click onto the show and start listening to it, and because of listening to the show, it takes their mind away from that thing that we're going to do to themselves.
But that's what we need to do.
So these are the things that we need to do. We have to encourage brothers and sisters. We have to talk to them. We have to keep putting things out there like these, and talk about these topics. Talk to the brothers and the sisters.
And I just want to say publicly that I'm not just on my best behavior tonight. I'm saying it in front of Lily Fire. I tell a lot of jokes during my shows, sometimes, being a very erotic or sexual person with a decency, sometimes I'll say some things. So we hear the flavor of this show now. And it's not where I'm getting scuzzy and perverted or anything like that, but that's the way I am. I'm just saying that for those who come back, who are new, say, wait a second, this guy talking a little whatever. But I do that if it's called for in that moment. That's just the way I am. I don't want to say I'm a comedian, but so many people said, Lance, you a comedian. You always saying something funny. And I do say things off the record. And Cheryl, make sure to check out the website, LANCESCURV.com on the bottom. Everybody make sure to go there and register if you haven't. We give out alerts, and we have special things we talk about that YouTube can't handle, that we'll let you know ahead of time, with our own alerts, because YouTube is shadow banning this channel, and they're trying to make sure the word doesn't get out with what we do. But I bet you if I had a wig on and some lipstick and a mini skirt on, and it go through the roof, the numbers. Or I was talking bad about ourselves. Now, there's another short show that I'm going to do maybe tomorrow or even tonight. I had someone reach out to me. I just want to do this and say this while I could remember. I had somebody reach out to me who's been listening to the show for a very, very long time, for many years. And I keep forgetting how long we've been doing this. But he's 81 years old, and he might be listening right now. And he's having some issues, just to smooth it over and make it. He's having some issues with his house, with his home, and he's been there over 40 years. And many decades ago, he got with somebody. He talked to me briefly, so I didn't get all the details of it, but I have him come on maybe tonight. I'm gonna call him, or maybe tomorrow, but his home is into foreclosure. He's 81 years old. He's not able to work. And it's really, really, and this woman did him really bad. I'm not sure if he actually married her or it was some kind of what do you call the union there? Common law type of thing or whatever. But it was his house, either was paid for already, and she found a way to manipulate and get in there. And he was cool with her having power, but she took more than what? You know, how you going to do that to a man and manipulate and pull out, you know, other mortgages and he doesn't know and whatever, but it left him in a bad situation right now. She's gone. You know what I mean? He told me more of it, but I want to get more detail out of it. And to also add on, he's in Houston, Texas. And he shared with me how much of a freedom fighter he is, even though he's not able to do as much now. That back in the 60s and back in the 70s, he organized different things for some of the black people that are there. And we kind of agreed that we have some who are firebrands in Houston, as any city and every city all over the nation does, but we can't do it by ourselves. So right now, he says the leadership there is a lot weaker. And even back then, there were a lot of people who wanted to show up as usual for the photo opportunity and take the pictures and I am the leader of this and I am the so-and-so, but not many people are doing the work as they should. And I didn't like to hear that. And so we're going to have a show. It might be 30 minutes. It might be an hour. I'm going to allow him to talk, but he doesn't want to talk as much because this thing has him so stressed. He says he'll start jumbling up his words and it just stresses him more. So I'm going to get some bulleted points from him. I'm going to bring him on the show with me so you can hear his voice and possibly he may want to talk more. I mean, you know, at 81 years old and you've been going hard and you get to a certain point in your life, you know, we go through things that in our 20s and our 30s and even our 40s that we can bounce back from. Not to say he can't bounce back, but at 81 years old, you really didn't expect to get to this in this point in your life. And there are many things that I've been through at younger ages, which doesn't compare. But no matter what the age, sometimes we go through things and we say, man, I thought things were going to be a little better than this. I didn't know I was going to get to this point in this life. And I think we should help him. And it's not just a money thing, too. He said it's not really so much money. That's part of it. He just wants to get his house out of foreclosure from what was done. We've done these kind of shows before. I'm very transparent. I don't think he has anything set up. But if he doesn't, and I'm going to ask him if he knows anybody who might be savvy that way to do so, we'll put it out. If it goes through me, I'm going to screenshot everything and show everything that we get to him. If it has to be Western Union, because, you know, the different generations, they work with, you know, Western Union. And what's the other one?
No, we send it to Sister LG.
Okay, yeah. We'll do it that way. Yeah. And we'll definitely have it set up in a very transparent way where you will see everything that was given. But he wants to really have strings pulled, that if we can reach out enough and share the show that we do with him, and I'm going to keep it real tight so it's not too long. You know, we keep it effective. I mean, 30 minutes or something, boom, 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 and get off. Maybe 20 minutes, boom, 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 and get off. I want to make a petition somehow, some way, and get the word out, because a man who has given himself for our cause, probably before a lot of us were born. You know, I know I was alive when he was doing his thing, but there are many of us, there are people who weren't alive who watch the show and get inspired. I'm the old guy now who are telling back the old stories. Even though I have a youthful energy about me, I'm not dumb. I forget that I'm almost 60 years old. You know what I mean? So we're all one, not just because of our blackness, but because of our spirit and because of what we've been through, no matter where we are. But we also have to acknowledge those who are coming after us and the ones who came before us. Because there are a lot of people who are a little older than us suffering, right? And they're not going to say anything. But I take my hat off to him for trusting me and having enough feeling over the years, seeing what we're doing here, to reach out. And that's what I'm here for. Yes, in the past, there have been people who have reached out. It was only a money grab. It was only a hustle. And how do they say it? You're going to get or whatever they say in Florida. Yeah, they got me, right? But that's okay. I'm never going to allow whatever happens bad to me to stop me for helping the good people. And if you hear this man speak, you'll know this is no joke. And just, you know, we're blessed. And people say, oh, be less, know the wordplay, whatever. You know what I mean. You know, we're amplified right now. Even if you don't have much money on you, it's not about money. It's the spirit. It's the good feelings. I asked him, I said, would you like to have everybody contact you directly on the phone? He said, that would rack his nerves. You know what I mean? So even in that respect, this is not that show. But if you come on later, and I would prefer for it to be tomorrow, I'm gonna call him tonight because I know, you know, he's gonna go to bed early, and I'm 5 hours ahead of the East Coast, and he's actually on Houston time. What is that? That's not that's Central. That's the Central.
6 hours.
Yeah, that's 6 hours from us. Yeah. So for me, it don't matter. I'm like a fireman. This is what I do. So if you call me and there's something urgent, we're gonna do it. But I want it to be best for him, and I just want everything to work out all right because my parents have transitioned, and I would hate to know that they were in this kind of situation. And you know, sometimes we have people that we do know. Sometimes we have sons and daughters, and sometimes these people just won't even help us. So even if it's just to spread the news, maybe it can reach somebody who can help him. And he wasn't saying like, I want all this money. He was like, I just want to get my house out of foreclosure, whatever it may be. You know, he told me how much he has in retirement, and trust me, it's not a lot. You know, it's usually it is where the prior generations of what you get that's good money and you retire on it, as inflation comes and the dollar is jacked up and devalued, what can you do? You know, you got to go and deal with where it's stronger. So my heart goes out to those out here, especially in this time of us having to take this jab, which I haven't taken. I'm not knocking anybody who has, but you have the whole thing with China, Taiwan, and Ukraine, and Russia, and Iran getting nuclear bombs. And I don't fear anything, but this is a very tense time. But even so, for Black people, we're thrown more distractions. They like to see us totally distracted to what's going on in the world that will affect us and stop us from properly preparing ourselves and tightening up our lives for not only for what's coming, but it should be there anyway. We should be prepared in our life and self-sustained anyway. So you can call me a prepper. You can call me a truther. You can call me a survivalist. I'm a baby version of those things, but more and more I see that we have to be prepared, not paranoid, not running around and getting all kind of gadgets and whatever, because if a bomb drops on you, what you going to do? But everything aside from that, to be self-sufficient. That's what I not even believe in. That's what I know. I don't know how I got on this topic, right? You reading the book. Right? Oh, you want to share something before we leave, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Because you know that's the plant lady right there. And up in where we gonna be, you're gonna have all the videos and everything.
And something else.
I'm telling you, you walk past plants and they just come to life.
Oh my God.
If they're brown and whatever, for real. I know. Let me just look to this chat room. I wasn't ignoring anybody.
No, I just wanted to, give thanks to the brothers and the sisters here tonight and to tell them that I really love them and appreciate them. And, I wanted to just a little tip for the night that I want you all to get some blackstrap molasses and start taking a tablespoon of blackstrap molasses in warm water. It's good for your nerves, magnesium and all them stuff, calcium, pain in your joints and all that stuff. It helps you to rest well also, because I do take it and I'm telling you, it helped me to rest. And I know a lot of our brothers and sisters, work so hard and man, y'all work so hard, and sometimes it mess up our nerves because a lot of us work at night, overnight, and all that stuff. You don't get your rest when we should supposed to be sleeping at night. They come up with this system that you work at night. You have 3 different shifts. Some go to work at 7 in the morning till 3, or 3 to 11, or 11 to 7 in the morning, which is not good for our health. And that's what messes up so much of us body, throws off, and we end up with high blood pressure a lot of time, diabetes, and all these things, because we're not getting the proper rest. And even if we come home in the morning and sleep, it's not the right rest because we're not sleeping at night. So
I need to get some sun.
These are the things that we need to do.
All these days. I said, no, for real, I'm straight. I'm straight Uncle Fester with it. Let me get a light bulb or something, light it up. Oh, the Addams Family. Remember?
You are. So no, but it is really good for you to take it, because it will help, build up your nerves and all that stuff, because nerves that's a dangerous thing. If your nerves get messed up, I'm telling you, it's hard to get it back to where it needs to come back.
Once you get frazzled like that, that's
so
true.
We need to fix that. So we need to do these little things. It's just a little tip for you all for the night, to do these.
That's so true. And wherever we find ourselves, like whatever we're doing now, I'm just going to talk normal. Whatever we're doing now, dogging ourselves out, it's not going to show right now. It's going to show up 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. And by that time, it may be too late to put a halt on that momentum that we have been putting into motion for so many years with our health. So really and truly, don't wait till things start to happen. Treat yourself and pamper yourself from now while you still have all your faculties. Seriously. Because whatever I am now is from 20, 25 years ago. You know what I mean? And whatever I will be is because of now. So we have to plant those seeds into our health, because the way things are going now in the so-called healthcare, you want to make it where you don't even have to depend on a goal. It's nice to have, understood, for certain things, but really nature is the answer. But I mean, if something happens and you get your leg chopped off or something, you know, you're not going to put a herb on that bad boy. You're going to try to get to the hospital and you stop that bleeding. I understand that. But we need to be more conscious. And this is me also. Whatever I say here, that's just the way it is. Also, I want to say to a lot of new folks that have been hitting me up, I appreciate it, that we speak about a whole lot of, a broad, go back and listen to some of the old shows. You're like, what kind of title is that? People call in. If they're respectable, let them talk. Let them speak their mind. Even if I disagree, I may say I disagree, and this is the reason why. When anybody comes on the show, as long as they're respectable, I'm just another person on the panel. It's not like, well, this LANCESCURV, no, this can't exist in my world. No, I want to know what's going on in the world. All knowledge is good knowledge. It all depends how you use that knowledge. I mean, I never went to college. I went 2 weeks one time, didn't like it, left. I couldn't, but I have a thirst for learning. I didn't like it in the way and the type of stuff. I say, nah, but I can't keep from reading. Even when I'm on the cell phone at night and I lay down and I'm next to Mrs. SCURV, she can tell you what happens. I'm sitting here with the phone reading something, falling asleep, and the phone drops on my chest. And a couple of times it hit the floor without the case, and that's why I had to fix it, right? But that I have a thirst for knowledge, but there's no knowledge out there, even when it's what you would think is bad knowledge. That's good knowledge also, because it could be something. Okay, put it this way. When I was a corrections officer, right, I learned all kind of stuff that's not good, that you don't want to go out there and do. But learning that stuff protected me, because I knew the game of something that somebody might want to pull off on me. And it has saved me lots of times. I wouldn't do it, but knowing it and knowing the movements, okay, they sizing me up, or they casing the house. Okay, let's cut out all the lights, park the cars around the corner, and act like we're not home. Let's just wait there with the jammy. Let's see if they coming. You know what I mean? Posting up things on Facebook and saying I'm at work. Boy, the traffic out here is so bad. When I used to drive the bus in Orlando, but I'm home. And I don't let the lights come on outside or anywhere. Okay. I'm proactive that way. So let somebody try themselves or whatever. Just be aware of your surroundings right now, because as much as we say, Black people, let's all get together, stolen Africans, melanated people, whatever you call yourself, if you have melanin, we're connected. And that is not just a skin thing, it's a spiritual thing. But some of us have not activated that level of spirituality inside of us to know what we have. But really and truly, when you look at it, you can see those of us who do wayward things out in the world. The guy on the corner selling drugs, he understands and he can see who's coming to cop drugs. He knows when you're walking down the street, if you don't do that, he knows you're not into that. You understand? So even then they operate on a spiritual frequency. It may not be the same radio station you're listening to though, right? So we all have that. We have to use that to better ourselves, because that's the only thing we're having in this world, as this man uses technology against us. You think because you have this smartphone and we're so caught up into it, it's the modern day Ouija board. We're hypnotized by this thing. And this is a hand-me-down technology. Could you imagine the stuff that they had if really and truly they can say they had this kind of technology from back in the 70s? They'll lie and put it out and say, whoa, your Apple and Android and all. And trust me, they had anything they give you, they done with it. And there's no security in this. Don't think that you're private and have security. They're listening to all of us. They have artificial intelligence that can categorize us in different categories and know everything about us to appeal to us. You send these signals out into the world, and you don't know who's recording it. And you think it's too vast? No. They want to go back so many years and tell you what you were thinking, what you're doing. That's why when you go on these websites that you've never been to before, all these products start popping up of things that you either looked into or purchased. Like, how did they know? You might be on a site you're not supposed to be on, and all of these things start popping up like they know, because they do know. Put a piece of tape over your cam on the computer. Be careful what you say. Sometimes somebody's next to you, you're talking something sensitive. Write it down. Do it mafia style, Cosa Nostra. Don't say it. Write it down and burn it. Little paranoia goes a long way, and it's not paranoia. We have a right to be aware. When we're too aware, other people, oh, you're just paranoid. And it's usually the nutcase that was being called paranoid. When something jumps off, you go to that parrot. Oh, could you help me? I'm not aware of these things. Oh, but you called me paranoid. Come on and I'll save your life this time. But I don't want to hear that from you anymore. So a lot of these things that we talked about in the show 10 years ago, because I've been online since 2001, but doing shows and stuff since August 11th, 2011 is when we started doing shows. That's 11 years of it. It wasn't just one, a lot of sleepless nights. She'd go to sleep and wake up, I'm still on the show. People knocked out, I'm still talking. But the thing is that we have to have good conversations. We have to invite people over to our house, good people you know, not just a stranger now, right? We're not talking about that. But we have to vibe with each other directly. There's nothing like African people, stolen Africans, whatever you want to call yourself, but that's who we are. Vibrating and talking, and not just talking on a superficial level, because the smartphone and the internet will keep throwing things at you. Now, we talk about celebrities, but when I talk about celebrities on this platform, is to wing it around to bring a righteous solution to something, or an awareness on how they're trying to dupe us mentally. Not just to, I don't care what Kim Kardashian does in her bedroom. I would have to spend all day long to figure out, because she lay around with everybody. We know that. You understand? So when we do that for the purpose of other people who may not be all the way there as far as their consciousness, which I'm not saying I'm the most conscious person. There are other people who I have to learn from too. But if they see that, like, oh, let's see what he's talking about, I'll talk about it and slowly bring it around to something else. And they'll be like, if I can't see a point in something, if I can't connect two dots or two seemingly unrelated points together, I'm not going to talk about it. There's got to be something else that I see that will make you see something else, and you'll come around looking at things a little different below the surface. That's just my style. So again, on this channel, you may see us talk about things that may seem shocking. I might be a little comedic. I might be a little angry, whatever it may be, but I use all these different things, because you can't take a screwdriver and just a hammer and build a house. You need different types of tools. And sometimes, again, like I always say, there's that tool in the toolbox that you never use, but it could be very valuable the very time that you need it, when it's there. Just like that benched basketball player. I don't know much about basketball. I used to throw bricks and hit the backboard and throw it over. You know, I was lifting weights, so I'm throwing the ball over into the next yard. But there's that one that's benched. He can't get depressed, because the very minute they need him, he may not have played all year, but they call him up for that one game, and he brings through those shots that's necessary for the win at a very crucial time. You might be that bench player. So never think that whatever position that you have in this life is something lowly. Don't believe that. Don't let that sink into your head. Always know that you are valuable for something. Even if you didn't know what it was that you're valuable for, you're valuable for something. I'm a late bloomer. I was all around, never did drugs or crime or whatever, but you know, I used to like the girlfriends. I'm saying right that in front of Mr. SCURV. But I learned human nature so well, and I'm a student of human nature, that there's no book that can teach me what I know hands-on, from when my father taught me things from single-digit ages, and my mother. It's invaluable. So I got to get this stuff out of me before my time of transition comes, because I understand and I see very much my mortality. So I don't think I'm Superman. I'll joke around and say that, but I know that I'm flesh and blood, and that one day we're going to transition. And I know the importance of this. So I'm all talked out. No, I'm not really. No, I'm going to probably record something else, yes. 1 or 2 things. I got a lot of work. I got really and truly, I got about 6 hours of work on the computer, and I got to get up early, but I'm going to try to do as much as I can for the next 2 hours. Yes.
We just want to give thanks to the brothers and the sisters out there, just love to you all. Yeah, I see all the comments about the tea, the turmeric and the ginger. Yeah, the turmeric and the ginger, I would do it together because it's a powerful thing for pain.
Before you go, you got to come here and say bye. You'll show your face once again.
I'll show them. Yeah, the turmeric and the ginger, like grate them. When you grate them, it's better. And then, make the tea together because it's really powerful for a pain relief, and the blackstrap molasses, you just put it in warm water, a tablespoon of it in warm water, and drink it at night. Or you can drink it in the morning. I'd rather drink it at night because it makes me sleep. So, and it's really good for you. So, we need to pay attention to our body and know what's going on with our body and start taking care of ourselves. Just try to eat right and, try to relax your body. I know a lot of things is going on. So if you feel the stress and all that stuff, and you can go home and do some Epsom salt in some hot water and just soak your body and get out some of those stress and those chemicals out your body. It's really good. It's really powerful when you're soaking Epsom salt. So do all those things and just make sure, as brothers and sisters, you're taking care of yourself, taking care of the children, them. Do yourself good and just love upon yourself. Make sure you're doing the right thing by yourself, because I'm telling you, good health. You're feeling good. You don't have to go to the doctor. They don't see you because, you're taking good care of yourself anyway. Once you know how to take care of yourself and doing the right thing, you don't have to be in the doctor's office running up and down because you're just feeling a little weight today. Maybe you're
ready, Miko.
Overtired,
Yeah.
So, do your thing and take care of yourself. And Brother Lance, I have to show my face and tell y'all.
Yeah, I'm getting up out this chair. You're going to sit here for at least 60 seconds.
No, I'll do that. I don't
I'm over here sweating, looking like Uncle Fester. Come on over here. You sit down. You look fine.
I'm not.
You look fine. I'll get behind you.
You are one mess.
We could have did this. We could have did this from earlier.
Do what from earlier?
You could have been sitting here from earlier.
And
now look, we're gonna hold it down for the next hour.
No.
You're talking to the camera right up there.
I'm getting ready to.
There you go.
Settle down now. Yeah, I just want to say before I go, much love to y'all, brothers and sisters. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Enough respect to y'all, and we'll see y'all soon. Thanks for coming by and checking us out. And
that's messed up.
We'll get together again soon.
That's messed up. That's messed up. I feel like that guy that been dating you for the longest time, and I walked you all the way home, and all you did was give me a peck on the cheek.
You are one mess.
Check out the chat room for a while. No, is it moving? It's moving? Or did I leave it in one spot? Let me see.
Yes.
It's moving. All right, she's right there, y'all.
Yeah.
Live and direct. You talk to Mr. SCURV direct.
Something. I appreciate y'all.
The mic, baby. Put the mic on a little closer. Pull it closer to you.
The chair is low, and I'm down in the chair. So,
okay.
Yeah. Enough respect to the brothers and the sisters. I really appreciate y'all coming by.
I'm trying to give you a taste of this thing so you can get hooked. Because that's the way it is. When you get a little taste like that on a live, you be like, I can do more of that.
Grace, I see you. Can't wait to see you. All the lovely ladies, my beautiful sisters out there. I want you to know how powerful you are, how beautiful you are. You're everything.
I'm trying to trick her and keep her on for another hour.
Everything. And I really, really love y'all. And it's so nice seeing you this Sunday night. I know it's earlier over there.
Yeah, true. We're 5 hours ahead.
Yeah, but enough respect and to see you coming by and all the good stuff. Just make sure y'all taking care of yourself. Do right by yourself. And as Dennis Brown would say, you sure you're all right? You all right? You sure? You getting up? You want some more music? You're feeling irie tonight, that's so it's just big up yourself, bless up yourself, and we'll come back again. We'll come back. Much love, Sister Grace. Thanks for the beautiful message today. And Sister Mika, Romeo, all the lovely ladies and the lovely gentlemen, my brothers and my sisters. Give thanks to y'all. Give thanks, Sean, all of you beautiful people. No, I really appreciate you. Love y'all, and Sister Miko, I see y'all there. All the lovely sisters and brothers. You know, we appreciate y'all. We love you, and I see y'all out there. And you know,
real.
Netherlands is a mess. Yes, yes, yes. I want you to have a beautiful evening.
I'm not rushing you now.
Take care of yourself and make sure you have a beautiful dinner, some nice juice or some nice salad. Eat enough for me. Lot of blueberry,
You're making me hungry.
Lot of strawberry, lot of blackberries, and all the good things. Those are the things that I love. You know
I like to eat.
Lot of arugula, tomato, cucumbers, and all the good things. You know, take care of yourself. Make a lot of juice and all that stuff. Lot of green juice, sisters and brothers. Lot of it. Keep away all the sickness, all the crap. Doesn't matter if we just drink water and make our own juice, make our own salads and stuff like that, you know, all the good things. When I'm making my salad, I just like to make a beautiful fruit salad with arugula in it, onions and tomatoes and cucumbers, all the good stuff in it. You know, it's just beautiful. So just do good things by yourself. Don't depend on the people out there to cook your food and run to, you know, McDonald's and all those places to get your breakfast and your lunch. If it's even oatmeal, you can soak your oatmeal overnight and make a nice oatmeal in the morning with fruits and, you know, put some raisins and all the good stuff in there. You know, a little bit of honey and all that stuff, you know, make your tea and most time I don't put nothing in my tea, but you can put some honey and all that stuff, all the good stuff, make a shake, take it with you to work, you know. Just take good care of yourself. You'll live longer, better life, looking good, healthy, and all the good stuff, you know. And I'm just sending nothing but love, guidance, and protection for y'all. I know a lot of things is going on, and you know,
I hope you all know I'm staring daggers at her like you better talk for another hour. So she's under duress, like she's at gunpoint.
Yeah, yes. Yes. So I'm gonna say, have a good evening. Take care of yourself. Much love, peace and blessings to you all.
I'll take the chair when you're done, because I'm gonna wrap it down
and
too. I gotta
Brother Lance is gonna come and wrap it down and put the music on. So y'all take care and see y'all soon. Much love, peace.
Good, but we got them bonus beats out of you. Got those bonus beats out of her. Well, next time we're gonna set it up where we split the screen and you right there all the time. So you did the whole show.
Oh my!
They know what I look like.
Oh my goodness.
For real.
You are so funny.
Anyway, I'm gonna continue on. I can't believe we were on for
Sister Elegy. I'll do it. You know, yeah. I'm coming with it. I'm gonna set it up. But you know, we're doing a lot of things right now, and I'm so busy. But I'm gonna come on and do some stuff with the brothers and the sisters.
Right.
Yeah, right. It's all love. It's all love.
That's right. Yeah, when that time comes, it's going to be nonstop, because I know nobody doubts our work ethic. It's just certain things have to be put in place. So once we do it, it's not going to be just, once a day, or once a week. No, it's going to be an everyday thing. Every meal you prepare, the cameras will be set right there in place. It wasn't, not I have to even go just hit a button, boom, 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 and you see everything. From when it's pulled up out of the ground to when, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this down. I hate to end it. We had so much fun, but remember, look, if we went up and walked up the mountain and came back, you probably would have been tired, and we probably wouldn't have done it. I would have did a show, or recorded something, but the rain that came made it where we had to stay in, and I was doing some work, and I said, well, listen, why don't we just do something? And she said, well, you can go live. I'm just not going to show my face. And I said, yeah, I got something for that. But these are how things happen. Like sometimes you have something planned and something kind of gets in the way and you find yourself in a different place. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this down and I'm going to hit a little bit of music for a second. And I feel funny talking without my headphones and stuff, right? But like I said, we got some more stuff tonight. The Rising Show tomorrow, just whatever other shows. I want to put in a lot of content. I do want to get my rest, but I still want to push it this next week. I want to push it until the wheels fall off, large and small. I'm just inspired that way. And I thank you all for your support, donations and donations of spirit, donations of good energy, and even whatever hidden hater energy is out there. I'm going to use that too, because I'm an energy converter. I can take the positive and use it for positive, and I can also take the negative and use it for positive. That's what's kept me on this earth so long and still going strong, and you can too. Anyway, much love to you all. Let me find a nice little song to play here, and we out. Okay? Peace. Turn this up. That would work.
Why are we called Negroes? Why are we deaf, dumb, and blind? Why is everybody making progress, yet we seem to be lagging so far behind? Why are we mistreated? Why are we in this condition? Stripped of our name, our language, our culture, our God, and our religion. Here in America, all of our religious training has been gotten by the preacher. He has told us of a heaven way up in the sky that we can't enjoy now, but rather after we die. But all of the years that we're living, for us there's nothing but hell, pain, torture, and misgiving. Yet the Bible speaks of a heaven filled with material luxury, which the white man and the preacher has right here, so we see. So my friend, take it for what it's worth. Your heaven and your hell is right here on this earth. So let's check back into history, which rewards all research and tells us plainly that before the white man gained entry to the East, he was living in the caves of Europe, a ravenous beast, eating juniper roots and eating flesh raw, till God sent Moses to civilize him and teach him the law. Then following Marco Polo, an explorer, he gained entry into Asia and Africa. From China, he took silk and gunpowder. From India, he took jute, manganese, and rubber. He raped Africa of her diamonds and her gold. From the Mideast, he took barrels of oil untold, raping, robbing, and murdering everything in his path. The whole black world has tasted of the white man's wrath. So, my friend, it's not hard to tell. A white man's heaven is a black man's hell. Before we came to America, we were living in the East. By the Nile River, we were living in luxury, enjoying freedom, justice, and equality. We wore silken robes, slippers of gold. We were the wealthiest and the wisest people, I'm told. Now we are the poorest of the poor. Nobody wants us at their door. So, my friend, it's easy to tell. White man heaven, black man hell. When the white man came to America, he told the Indian, I am your white brother. He said, red man, I'll treat you the best, yet and still he pushed the Indian further west with his white woman and fire water. Tricks and lies, he stole America, the original owner of this nation is cooped up on a reservation. So my friend, it's easy to tell, white man heaven, black man hell. He needed someone to work the land, his back was too weak. He needed you, black man, so he commissioned Sir John Hawkins to commit the worst, most grievous sin, to take a man who's born to be free and bring him down to slavery, to sell a man as merchandise, on his body put a price. Oh, my friend, it's easy to tell, white man heaven is a black man hell.